What's going on, everybody? It's your girl Rosii here with Iconix Radio, and today I have an amazing group of amazing musicians. Ali Bay is a bass player, composer, a songwriter, and band leader of Detroit's own jazz fusion, Ali Bay, and the what? Mad Katz Society.
Yes, Lord.
Yes,
In the flesh.
In the flesh. Now, he also brought the amazing Mad Katz Society with him. Guitarist Larry Andrews.
Yes.
And the drummer, Mr. Breandice.
Yes, sir. Greatest.
Now, I think this is amazing because we are at home in Detroit. And I think there's no place that we'd rather be than the home of Motown, right? If we're going to talk music, you got to be in Detroit.
Yes, Lord.
Okay, so let's get into it. The name of your band is Ali Bay and the Mad Katz Society. How did you come up with that name?
Well, that name is very significant for me. I came up with that name, I would have to say, 18 years ago. That name was on my heart for 18 years. And I said to myself, I would never put that name out until I got a band that was God sent. And that was the perfect band. You know, I know all bands aren't perfect, but, you know, God can make a way out of no way.
Yes, he can.
And, you know, I said I was never put that name out until I got a band that I was comfortable with and a band that I could work with and just be creative and be free and have peace.
I think that's every musician, artist's dream is to be able to create with people who are like-minded as yourself. But by the way, you weren't born by yourself because somebody was coming out with you. Okay,
he was first. I was first. I was number one.
Come on. Now, you know, I think that it's a beautiful thing to have like a brother or a sister, but when you got a twin, it's like, man,
it's hard to choose from.
I wish I had a twin, but then I'd be nervous sometimes because I have to talk to myself.
Oh, you know? I do the same thing.
Let's talk about that because I was going to ask, how did you all meet? We know how y'all met. Let's talk about how did you all create and bring the group together as one. Mr. Breon, I know that you're not fresh, but you ain't 18 years in the game. But let's talk about how did you all become a full unit of the Mad Katz Society? How did this become a thing? Mr. Breon, how did you
man, I admired them from afar through a drummer that I used to follow around when I was younger, named Omar. And he actually was the drummer that was playing with them. And years and years later, we end up just connecting, you know, and writing some tunes, and it just linked. Like,
wow.
So I want to be clear, because that was like powerful. Right. You were admiring a drummer that was playing with musicians that you also admired.
Yeah.
Then you end up filling in the shoes of the former drummer that you admired to play with the artists and musicians that you. Come on now, Lord. You gotta work in Detroit.
It was meant to be. Yeah. It was meant to be. Yeah.
And now you are writing and working and performing.
Recording. He recorded our last project. He's a recording engineer as well. He's such a great asset.
So this is a one-stop shop right here. Everything here is in-house.
He's like Prince. On the drums.
Come on, let's get it.
Better.
Okay, so I think I need to back up a little bit because I kind of want to go into the history of you all as brothers, twins, and being musicians, because that's pretty heavy. I know being Mr. Breon hit on it. He started in the church, y'all. Mr. Breon was like, I'm a church boy. Give me them sticks. Let's go. But Mr. Ali and Larry, how did you all discover instruments? Bass player.
Okay, well, you know what? That goes back to 1981.
Okay.
actually goes back to 1976. But the inception was 1981.
Okay.
It was December 25th, Christmas. Well, 24th. You know, our parents bought us a bass guitar and a lead guitar for Christmas. And my mother, I've been wanting to play bass ever since I was 6 years old, back in 76.
Wow.
I've had that burning desire, the burning passion inside of me. And I told Mama, I want to play that. My mother used to take me to church, by the way. And I would see the bass player, and I would feel the pulsation.
Baby. I'm telling you. Yes.
And so fast forwarding on to in the 80s, 1981, you know, my parents decided to get us a guitar, like I said, a guitar and a bass. And my mother was like, you know, we got up for Christmas and we got our, you know, guitar, and, you know, as kids, we, you know, under the tree, open up the presents and everything. So my mother was like, no, I want, you know, my other brother who's not here to play the bass. Okay. And if he doesn't show interest in it, then you could play. I said, okay. I didn't pitch a fit. I didn't get angry. I didn't get mad. You know, I was patient because
you knew.
Because I knew inside that's
I
mine.
got you.
That's
me
mine.
right there.
And I would stay patient, Mama. Okay, until he dropped it and say, in which was he did drop it within a matter of like a month or so.
See,
he lost interest. He said, okay, now you can play it.
Creation.
So it's the same, you know. Now with my brother, you go ahead. I'm sorry. You go ahead.
that was good though. That was good.
That was excellent, but I'm shy here, you know. But like I said, you know, it started when I had the lead guitar, and you know, many years, you know, I've been playing lead guitar, and I had the love for the guitar since 1976.
Okay.
And my mother used to hear a lot of quartet players.
Come on.
You know, they just stomping their feet like
Yeah.
Dum, dum, dum. And then my mother said, Larry, listen to them guitar players play.
Oh.
And I used to hear the chords, the melodies, and that got me in love with playing the guitar.
I love it.
And so I said,
Wow.
Mom and Pop, can you go to a toy store or anything to get you a guitar?
Where's Toys R Us? Can somebody go to?
That's where I got it from. That's where I got it from.
Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all ain't gonna tell my
You probably
age.
was in that
Let's
dream
get
too.
it.
You probably
I'm just saying. Okay, real quick, I'll tell you this.
Yes.
My very first instrument that my grandmother bought me, you'll never guess.
The harmonica.
Oh, almost an accordion.
Accordion.
Because I love Steve Urkel.
Oh,
Steve,
yeah,
like
okay.
Family Matters. Okay.
Family Matters.
Then listen, so I was like, look, Steve is lit. Y'all quit hating.
You got
Lord never got
name.
it together. Okay, but anyway, I just want to throw that in there. But Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Toys R Us was
Toys
where.
R Us is where I got it. Where
Wow.
I got that guitar from.
Wow.
And I had an amplifier to it. And then my uncle came over. And he took that guitar and played it. I mean, I got a little jealous, but
Like a master.
he played it like a master.
Wow.
And he was with his wife. And then when I looked at him, it was like a feeling. I said, I want to be like that.
Come on, Larry.
I mean, he was like, they were singing a love song. I didn't know what they were singing, but I kept listening.
Yeah.
In my spirit, God was with me. He said, I'm going to want you to play like that.
Ooh.
And I said, yes.
Ooh.
I was just like a yearning to play.
Yeah.
And that got me so interested in playing the guitar. It was like a passion for me. And so years went by, like in the 80s, I started to play. And it came to me, I said, maybe I'll learn something. I'll learn something from churches.
Something simple.
Something simple.
What was the first song you learned, Larry? Come on now. What was the first church song that you was like, you know, this the one?
Traveling shoes, Lord. Down on my traveling. Yeah.
Come on, listen. Okay, y'all, look, we ain't gonna do too much today. You gotta pay for the next next 15 minutes is on the go, okay?
Yeah.
Wow.
But when time went by, I'm gonna make it a long story. But when time went by, my brother was playing bass, and then something came on the air. It was Soul Train.
Oh, come on.
So I said, I took the bass. Barry wasn't around. You wasn't around, brother. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But he wasn't around. I took his bass. I started playing Soul Train. And then all of a sudden, my brother came back. Barry came back. And then Ali, we'll say. He came back. And then I said, Barry, I said, man, I got something to show you on bass. And he said, what is it? Soul Train. I was like, man, he was playing the whole groove. So I was like, man, how you do that? So anyway, I'm sorry. And then that's what got me. The Lord was telling me, he was saying, show your brother.
That's it.
Express to your brother because I want to anoint him too.
Yeah.
If I kept that to myself, he wouldn't be playing like that.
I love that. I think that's heavy. Shout out to Mama and Daddy.
Yeah.
They came through and was like, listen, we're going to Toys R Us. We're going to bring brother in here. You can't play. Okay, good. Give it to your brother. Good. Uncle, okay, show out. I got you. Give me about 10 years. I'm going to come with. I think it's beautiful because family is so important.
Yes.
Family is so important. And let's keep going because it's about to get good. Now, what's a day as a group for you are you guys on the phone? Are you texting, chatting? Like, how do you communicate to stay relevant together day by day? Because I think that's important, right?
Yeah.
So how because you know sometimes we're gonna be friends all the time. You know, I'm like, I'm talking to you. But how do you please.
I'm gonna be honest.
Okay,
Come on,
the people want to know.
They so good.
Come on, testify.
That literally, I'm at home like I'm gonna practice because maybe they are not practicing. So I'm trying to beat them.
Right. Okay.
Because I want to be on their level. You know what I'm saying? Like I work a crazy shift. So literally, when I get off at 5 o'clock in the morning, because I'm with them now, ain't no going to sleep.
Period.
Right. Now, I ain't slept today.
Okay, y'all, one more call.
Right. It's like when you playing with people that are on a level, especially as a drummer, you can't be here.
That's right.
You have to push the band. So
Stay on top
I
of
have
it.
to be more prepared than them.
Exactly.
Preach.
Right.
I love it.
He is beautiful.
I love it. I think that's very important for young musicians to understand. Stay on your game.
Right.
Stay on your toes.
Right.
Don't just sit in front of the camera and practice off of YouTube.
Right.
Get out there and physically network and work.
Right. Because that was one of my problems because I thought that I can look on YouTube and I said maybe I can learn them jazzy
Larry,
runs.
YouTube went around.
Yeah.
You calm down now. You calm down.
Calm on down.
Larry, look, you hear some stuff and just play it.
I can't help you on that one.
You know what, but I want to say really quick, I appreciate the humbleness that you keep towards the music because that's you have to stay humble to the music because it's always changing now and it's always something like you said, always a step ahead, right? Being over prepared.
Right.
So, but Larry, go ahead. You be on YouTube and what happened, Larry?
Get 2 seconds. The thing about music is being fulfilled.
That's it.
Being fulfilled and being grateful for the gift of God because so many people lost the gift.
Yes.
Facts.
They lost the gift. Their hands. Something happened to them. They died. You know, it's very heartbreaking.
Period. I love that.
It's very heartbreaking.
Okay, really quick. Tell me, who's the jokester in the group?
He is. And
Me.
Both of y'all.
We jokes.
And he's the serious one.
I was about to say who's the serious, and
That's the real serious one. He keeps us grounded. Yep.
that speaks volumes, though.
It does.
That speaks a lot of volumes. Let's get a little bit more into the music. Okay. What style of music do you think right now is kind of not doing it's not delivering what it should be delivering? Like, if you had to choose in between gospel, jazz, R&B, what genre do you think is kind of like not doing it's not delivering the way it used to?
I got something.
I got something to say.
I can tell you the truth.
Please.
It's gospel.
Oh, okay.
It's gospel.
Okay.
I don't say that.
But you want somebody else to say?
One thing about gospel.
Yes.
These people are half stepping. You know, they playing one thing and they doing something else. And they call themselves making gospel recordings. They so rude. Their attitudes.
It's a lot of
messed up.
You know, I think that's very important because again, a lot of things have changed.
Yeah,
a lot of inclusion has been, pushed into many different areas, and I think inclusion is important, but we also have to be, stick with.
Go on to say it.
There you go. Go ahead, say it.
Go on to say it.
Stick with the Bible.
Or reality.
Exactly.
And also stay in your lane. So I appreciate you for speaking of that.
I'm gonna say R&B.
R&B, okay. We got gospel, we got R&B. Okay, because so y'all listen up.
R&B. If you listen to 75% of the vocalists, they not that good.
Okay.
Honestly, the studio saved them. When you behind that mic and you after they get done singing them average vocals, they get in the studio and polish them joints up, and then they sound good. But when you hear a lot of them cats on the road,
it's not the same. It's not the same.
You got a few that's dope, and then everybody else is.
You said it was definitely gospel as well.
I would have to, I agree with both of them. I agree that both genres, as far as gospel and R&B, they're not delivering. Gospel, on one hand, doesn't have an identity to me. Gospel, the only way you can recognize a gospel tune is the lyrics. See, gospel music, gospel music does not have an identity. The only identity that gospel has is the lyrics. So R&B has kind of dwindled, went down to the muck and the miry and pits of hell. So and I'm not trying to.
No, you're good.
I'm not trying to put a damper on the gospel because we came from the gospel. We came from the gospel world, but we came from an era in gospel that was
the Clock Sisters.
Yes.
But that's every though.
We talking about the Clock Sisters. We talking about Aretha.
Yeah.
So,
because you can't say a name the right way until you just know who you're talking about. Listen, I think now before we move any further, because I want people to understand what is actually speaking and what's sitting at the table. We're talking about over 50 years of experience in the music industry right now. So they're not just talking from yesterday. They're talking about history and doing this for real. So I want to be very clear. Now, when you're thinking about rehearsal, what is a rehearsal like for you guys? Like, are you coming in just ready to go? Are y'all drinking water? You getting your warm-ups, like the strings? What is a rehearsal setup for like you?
Anybody? Well, me?
Go ahead.
Always
Come on, Ali.
Okay, well, Ali first. Well, a rehearsal for us, and I'm going to speak. I don't know if I can speak for y'all. Well, I don't know. Well, that's kind of an individual question.
Go ahead.
Is that a collective
Let's because you are the band leader.
Okay. All right.
How do you guys get into a rehearsal and what's the setup like?
Okay. Now, me as a band leader, I normally have the music. The music for the band. And normally, my brother and I, before we have or schedule a rehearsal, my brother and I will rehearse the tunes like maybe 2 weeks in advance or a month in advance.
Wow.
So that by the time, and I will let Breon know during that time, within that space, hey man, we're doing such and such a tune, and we're going to schedule a rehearsal for such and such a date. That gives him time to prepare. And that also gives me and him time to get the music down also as well. So that when we come together as a collective, everything, we won't just be trying to figure out.
I'm going to put it differently.
Go ahead.
when we get together, you shouldn't be practicing.
Exactly.
You should be
Right.
rehearsing. You should know the song before you get there.
Testify.
So I know I might.
Listen,
him.
listen.
No.
I have to be prepared. Like even today. Remember I told you last night? I was slightly irritated because
right.
I didn't get a chance to put my clothes in cleaner.
Breon, fashion is serious in this group. They changed twice. Listen,
you can't just be. No, you got to be prepared.
Whatever
you do.
Okay, Johnson, you hear me now? Johnson now. We gotta be prepared.
Yeah, so
a month in advance.
rehearsal is the same way. I mean,
and I'm glad you said it. But by the way, y'all look super sharp. Y'all came in sharp. I was gonna say it later, but I said this was sharp out there. I think that this is the energy is really good, and the gems that you all are dropping right now are important for musicians to hear because it's serious. Like you have so many people that are doing music right now, but when you're thinking about a band and you're thinking about musicians coming together to create consistently, we're talking about 18 years of literally in the works. We're talking about over 50 years of experience, and y'all are still going to this very day.
Still going. Exactly.
I think it's huge. Now, jazz fusion. Let's talk about it.
Yes,
Please, how did you all get into jazz fusion? Because I know you've been in gospel churches and things of that nature for a long time. But jazz fusion, how did that come as the goal?
Well, jazz fusion. Did somebody want to say?
I guess as a musician, you fall in love with other musicians that you like. You know what I'm saying, or you look up to. And like, I guess there isn't a musician that doesn't follow cats like Herbie Hancock or Chick Corea. And as for a drummer, when you listen to those artists, they have drummers that you follow. So, with Dave Rucker or Dennis Chambers. And so that music allows you to play without, it's a freedom to that kind of music that you can't have in other kind of music because you have to be a little bit more disciplined and it's more danceable in R&B and church, whereas jazz is about freedom of you can play with what you want to play sometimes,
Right.
Yes.
So
It's free.
I think that's
I love that. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yes.
I think it couldn't have been explained a little any more
Beautiful.
better.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
What's the musical creative process for you when you're writing? Because I know you guys are working on a new project, right? That's going to be coming out really soon. We're going to get to that in a minute. But what's the creative process for you when you are writing a song for Ali and the Mad Cats Society?
Well, the creative process varies with different individuals. I'm going to speak for me.
Okay.
My creative process deals with various things. It deals with inspiration.
Okay.
It's number one.
Okay.
When I'm writing, or when I have an inkling, and sometimes it hits me different in different ways. But normally, when I want to write something, I listen to a pianist or a trumpet player, not just bass players particularly, but I listen to all different types of musicians to get different aspects of what I want to put in this particular song. Dealing with the creativity side. So I'm inspired now.
There you go.
I'm writing, so the spirit begins to feed me, and I start writing. And sometimes I'm at a standstill. Now the standstill could vary, maybe a week or two, or maybe a month. But when it comes back, it'll come back completed. The whole thing will be complete, and that's how the spirit deals with me in that aspect.
I love that. What's coming out for any new projects or anything coming soon?
Yes.
Okay. The good stuff.
Dark Matter near you. Dark Matter near you. To a theater near you. But Dark Matter is our latest project that we're coming out with,
Release date or anything?
Release date is, I'm working that out with my agent.
Yeah. You heard that? Okay, we need that date. But is there like a time we should look for it?
We're looking for it hopefully in April. We said April earlier, so we talked about it. It was going to be April.
Okay, Dark Matter is coming in April, guys. Stay tuned. Where can people find you and support you?
Well, I had to bring my cue card.
Cue cards up. Here we go.
Because I don't know all that stuff by heart, and I'm an old man. So,
oh my gosh, I love it.
Okay, I have 2 Instagram accounts.
Okay.
I have a personal Instagram account, which is Ali Bey, spelled ali.bey.3762584. That's my personal account. And then I have a group account. We have Mad Katz Society account with Instagram, and that's spelled MADKATZSOCIETY. That's Mad Katz Society on Instagram.
It's gonna be right there. You can read. Just got it.
Awesome. And last but not least, I have a YouTube account, and the YouTube account is Ali Bey Mad Katz Society at 69433. Did you want me to spell?
We're gonna break all that down.
Right.
So I think, guys, that has been like an amazing interview. But before we go, are there any words of encouragement that you want to put out there for the youth that are listening to the sounds of your voice right now? Say anything that, and just really quick, what would you like to say to the youth out there right now?
Stay encouraged. Say no to drugs. Believe in yourself, because that's where the spirit works. Yourself. And I'm sorry. Go ahead, Pop.
Let's see, stay in God. Stay encouraging God. Be with God. Accept Him in your life, and stay out of trouble, and stay away from negative people. They will tear you down.
Amen.
Practice.
Come on. Yes.
Don't wait until you 30 and 40 to be serious about music when you're 15 and 16. Because it can become a life to where you could work doing that instead of going to a 9 to 5.
Right.
Spending 60 hours a week there when you could be spending 60 hours at home getting your craft together. So when you turn 21,
Yes.
you're already out there. You
That's
don't have to
deep.
be working.
Love it.
I love it.
Deep.
And
Thank
keep God
you.
first.
Yes. Thank you all so much. If you guys didn't have your pen and your pad to write down some notes, please rewind, play it again, because this has been a heavy, amazing, fun interview.
Okay.
Also, shout out to the amazing Mr. Roger Penzabene, President and CEO of WJZZ, the world's oldest jazz station.
Yes.
So shout out to Detroit, Michigan for always creating amazing musicians, people, the culture, Coney Island.
Yeah.
I can't go nowhere without seeing Coney Island. Y'all know the Texas girls, so Lord. Okay, now we're going to play a game. Come on, Larry, what you say? Okay, guys. Now, you guys can definitely team up, come together, figure it out, and you got this, okay? Are you guys ready? Say yes.
Yes.
All right, here we go. The first question is, which soul singer married Whitney Houston in 1992?
Bobby Brown.
James Brown,
Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown, Luke Bryan, or all of the above?
Oh, I ain't know he had one. Bobby.
Thank you. Okay, here we go. Which blind singer sang I Was Made to Love Her? Was it Ray Charles?
Stevie Wonder.
Y'all listen. I know not to ask now. Am most times. Okay.
Girl,
Here we go. Who wrote the jazz classic Mr. Magic? Was it Albert Einstein? Was it our favorite amazing jazz sensation Bill Clinton? Or was it Grover Washington? Okay. He was like, nah, he definitely wasn't Bill. Okay. Now, last but not least, guys, here we go. Who wrote the hit song Larry named it. Was it Ali Bay, Barry Gordy, or the one and only, the baddest guitarist around,
Yes, sir.
Larry Andrews?
Larry Andrews.
Those juices on that?
No, it was me. No, it was
I love it. I love it. I think, guys, this has been amazing. Let me close my notes. Let me just say thank you all for coming by Iconix Radio.
Much love. We're honored. We're honored.
And it won't be your last. We're going to definitely have you back. You can definitely catch the amazing Ali Bay and the Mad Cat Jazz Society right here on Iconix Radio, guys. So stay tuned. Please go and follow. Last words before we go. Anything?
Love you guys and thank you. Stay encouraged.
Practice.
That's a serious one right there.
Y'all, it's your girl Rosii here with the amazing Iconix Radio. We will see you soon. And with that being said, Izzy.